Hey guys, LMC here. I'm out for a little Saturday morning ride with some friends of mine, and there's a unmarked cop car up ahead. That's what that car's just telling me. Let's see if we could spot him. More people telling me where the cop car is. Well, that there is one. Where is he? Where is the cop car? Yeah, copper. Yep. He must be around here somewhere. Thank you. There's the bugger. There's Mr. Plod. I mean, I appreciate people telling me there are cop cars, but the first car warned me ages ago. I had to chop out. I probably have to chop out heaps of footage because I got the warning about that cop car bloody kilometers back down the road. Oh well, people doing their thing. Let's do the same thing in reverse. Okay, sorry, I got distracted. Let's warn one more guy about the cop. There we go. Done my duty for the day. All right, so today the weather's a little bit grey, but that kind of fits in with the topic of this video. Today I'm talking about some gear that I just bought. So a little while ago someone actually asked me about the gear that I use and why I chose it, and what sort of weather conditions I face here in Melbourne. And I'll admit, I kind of stuffed the gear up, I reckon. So when I got my bike, I was really keen to ride it, really excited to ride it. So I just bought like all the gear, like a full set of gear from the dealership when I got the bike. The reason I did that, of course, is because they were going to offer me a small discount on each piece of gear that I got if I bought the gear with the bike. So I figured it'd end up being cheaper as a package deal. But the problem was I made poor decisions about the gear, and I'll admit that. Which means that, you know, since buying the gear with my bike, I've had to go and buy a couple of other pieces of gear to get the right gear, which means any money I saved from doing a deal with the dealership has been more than absorbed by the fact that I've had to buy more gear. So there's a lesson learnt for you guys. Take your time with buying gear. I reckon just take your time, get the gear that's right for you and right for the weather conditions that you ride in. So when I bought my gear with my bike, I got a leather jacket, I got some sort of short cuff leather gloves, which I'm still wearing now, I got a pair of jeans with some armor in them, and I got some leather boots, and I got my helmet. Now the helmet and the boots and the gloves have been great, but the jacket and jeans have been the pieces of gear that I've actually replaced. So first of all, I replaced the pants, and that was because I bought like riding jeans, so they're sort of Kevlar lined and stuff like that, but they just look like basically normal jeans. They feel like normal jeans too, except for the fact they feel like you're kind of wearing two pairs. They're sort of thicker and heavier, so they don't feel as lightweight as a standard pair of jeans. But the pair I got, the reason I wanted to get like these sort of riding jeans was because I thought it would be great to just commute to work with them, wear them all day at work, and then commute home again. You know, I thought it'd be just easier that way instead of having to take my pants off at work and have a spare pair of pants at my desk or in my backpack or anything like that. I just thought it'd be easy to wear my riding pants all day. But the problem is I underestimated how uncomfortable the armor in those jeans that I got was going to be all day. It's so annoying. Armor's great for protection, don't get me wrong, but it was really uncomfortable to wear all day. On top of that, the jeans I got didn't ever really fit me perfectly anyway. I kind of settled because there weren't that many jeans to choose from at the dealership, so I just kind of settled for whatever I could find. But they weren't really a nice fit. There's my horn. They weren't really a nice fit. So the first thing I went and did was go and replace those jeans. I replaced them with a pair of jeans by a manufacturer called Dragon. And it's not dragon as in the lizard, like D-R-A-G-O-N. It's dragon as in short for dragging. So D-R-A-G-G-I-N. And they're great. So they're just Kevlar lined jeans. They just look like a pair of blue denim jeans. You cannot even tell unless you're a motorcycle rider, that they're not just normal jeans. And they feel great. They're so comfortable, so comfortable. I can wear these things all day. They don't have any armor in them, so you know that's I guess a drawback. So they protect against road rash or like sliding along the road, but they won't protect my knees if I from impact, for example. But they're so comfortable. I can wear them all day, and they're just great. So that's what I'm wearing right now. Hope you can kind of see them. You probably can't from the point of view, but they're awesome. They weren't cheap though. They're like 250 bucks or something like that, but oh well. So now I've got a spare pair of jeans in my closet, which I'm not using. Anyway, the second thing I got, my most recent purchase, is this new jacket I'm wearing. So when I bought my bike, the jacket I got was like a leather jacket, and I'm the sort of person who gets really warm. I always sort of walk around feeling like I never feel the cold. I deal with the warmth really, really badly. You know, so in summer times I'm the person who's just cowering inside in front of an air conditioner because I can't stand the thought of being outside in 35-degree heat Celsius. So I've always struggled with the heat, and I've always sort of thrived in the cold. So as a result, I thought I'll get a perforated leather jacket. You know, it'd be good to get it'd be good to get air flowing through the leather as I ride along, and all that kind of stuff. But I really, really, really underestimated how cold I'd get on a bike. If I'm brutally honest with you guys, oh god, being on a bike is the coldest I've ever been. So yeah, even if you think you're a sort of a warm-blooded person who doesn't deal well with the heat, you get so cold on a bike. Once you're up and moving and there's air moving through the leathers, so cold, so fucking cold. Excuse my French. So I regretted that choice. So what I've done recently is gone and bought a brand new jacket. I did that because, yeah, we've just clicked over into winter here in Melbourne, so it's starting to get cooler. And the leather jacket, the perforated leather jacket, just simply was not cutting it. It just was not. It was not keeping me warm or comfortable. So that wasn't keeping me safe, especially when I was riding home from work at like 7 p.m. on the freeway at 100 k's an hour. My upper torso was just turning into a bloody ice block. So it was horrible. So I went and bought myself a new jacket. I got myself an Alpine Stars Valparaiso. I think that's how you pronounce it. Valparaiso jacket. It's basically what Alpine Stars calls like a 4-in-1 jacket, which means, you know, that it's designed to protect you for all 4 seasons of the year. I mean, lots of people make jackets like this. Alpine Star isn't the only company to do a 4-in-1 jacket. But basically, it's simple. It's a textile jacket. It works by having 3 layers. So there's a sort of a textile outer shell, which is water resistant. It's like treated for water resistance, but it's not fully waterproof. It has a few waterproof pockets. And then the second sort of layer is a waterproof layer. Alpine Star calls their waterproof layer Dry Star, but basically it's just their version of Gore-Tex. So kind of like a waterproof, lightweight, breathable liner. Alpine Star used to put Gore-Tex in their jacket, and then they probably decided they could make some more money by essentially patenting their own version of it. So that's what the Dry Star technology is. It's just their version of Gore-Tex. And then the third and final layer on the inside is like a quilted thermal layer, which is super, super warm and comfortable. So basically this thing is like wearing a bloody doona. Like, it's like being wrapped up in a blanket on the couch. That's kind of how it feels. It's so warm and comfortable. It is a bit warm, too warm when you're stationary. So if you're just sitting at the lights, or when you're getting ready in the morning to go or whatever, I do find myself working up a bit of a sweat just hanging around because it is quite warm. But God, once you're up on the bike and moving, like I am now, it's just worth every bloody penny. It keeps you so warm and dry, and you don't feel the wind just buffeting you. It's just, it's awesome. I cannot rate this jacket highly enough. Now, I haven't ridden in like a serious downpour yet, so I don't really know what the waterproof, how waterproof it is, or how it's going to behave if I get drenched. I've only really ridden in sort of light showers, and that's it. So I don't know how well the waterproof will hold up. I also don't know how well all of this stuff will hold up over time. I mean, I've only had this jacket for a very short period of time, so we'll see how it goes. But yeah, in terms of warmth and comfort when you're riding along in cold weather like I am now, it's the best. It's so good. So get one of these jackets. Get one of them. The other thing I bought, which was really cheap, was I bought these little thermal liners for my gloves. So these gloves that I'm wearing right now, these are the gloves I bought when I got my bike. They're kind of like short cuff perforated leather summer gloves, and again they had the same problem as the leather jacket. Once it got into the cooler months, and even riding in the evening on the summer months, my hands are just freezing, about to fall off. So what I did was, instead of buying a brand new pair of like wintry gloves, what I did was, what I'm trialing these little thermal liners. So basically they're just a thermal glove. They're very, very thin, very lightweight. You put them on first and then you put your glove over the top, and it basically just transforms, it just adds warmth, you know, transforms your summer glove into a winter glove and adds some warmth to it. Obviously it doesn't add waterproofing, because you know the leather gloves themselves aren't waterproof, but it makes a difference. You know, right now I'm doing 90 k's an hour. It's a, you know, cloudy grey day. I think it's probably like less than 15 degrees Celsius, and which is cool enough in my mind. And doing 90 k's, there's a lot of air moving through my gloves, and these little thermal liners do an awesome job of keeping me warm. Awesome job. And they're like $15, so you really can't go wrong, because they're cheap and you can just stuff them anywhere. Like, so if you don't want them, or if you don't think you're going to need them, you just stuff them in your pocket, or, you know, stuff them under your seat cowl in your bike. So there's really no excuse to not have them on you. You know, no matter what you're doing, no matter what time of year or what's going on, you basically can have these little things on you, and within minutes you just pull over, chuck them on if your hand's getting too cold, and keep going, and you're right. So they're really, really convenient. So what I do is I just store these little thermal liners under my seat cowl in my bike, and then if I, you know, ride to work in the morning and it's warm enough without them, I leave them off, and then at the end of the day, when the sun has gone down and I'm riding home, I just pull them out, chuck them on. They're brilliant. Best $15 I ever spent for the bike. We'll see how long they last. I imagine this is the sort of thing that will probably wear out quite quickly. You know, they are just quite thin, lightweight pieces of like thermal liner. So we'll see how long they last, but for $15 you can't go wrong. Maybe in the future I'll buy some nicer winter gloves as well, but for the time being, this is good enough. This is great. So take your time with your gear, you know, don't rush it. Get the right stuff for you. There's no point, you know, just doing, I made a mistake. That's the bottom line. I made a mistake. I got the wrong gear. I was too impulsive. I wanted to just ride my bike straight away. I mean, as far as the leather jacket goes, I'll still keep that, probably, because when it gets really hot, that would probably be better than this Alpine Stars jacket I've got. Because even though Alpine Stars advertises this is 4-in-1, I don't know how it'll go in the heat of summer, because it's not. It allows a little bit of air in. You know, there are a couple of sort of air vent panels, but the full perforation of my leather jacket will be no doubt cooler in the summer months. So I'll probably hold on to that for now. What's this dickhead doing? So I'll probably hold on to the leather jacket for now, but I'll probably get rid of those jeans that I got originally with the bike. These jeans are great. And then it remains to be seen whether or not I'll replace these gloves and get some winter ones as well. But yeah, take your time with your gear, guys. Think about the kind of weather you're going to be riding in, because I sure as hell didn't. Choose wisely, basically. Choose wisely. It's funny because, like, I made such an informed decision on this bike. Like, I researched bikes forever until I decided that this is the one I wanted to get, and yet I made this quick snap decision on the gear. So stupid. Anyway, guys, that's it from me. Just a real quick video today, talking about the gear I've just bought. I'm going to go and enjoy some twisty roads with some friends, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.